From beacon of hope to symbol of hypocrisy, America's forgotten promise. March 6, 2025. By Kai Love. The biggest proof is seen by hundreds of tourists every day when they visit America's Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty features several symbolic elements. However, a plaque at its base contains a famous excerpt from Emma Lazarus's poem, The New Colossus. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. In simple terms, the poem means, America welcomes immigrants, especially those who are exhausted and poor, crowded together in seeking freedom, those rejected or unwanted in their home countries, or homeless and struggling. The Statue of Liberty, who is personified as a woman, is intentional. She is meant to give comfort by representing a nurturer or the mother who cares and loves you to protect you and light your way to your new home. She holds a torch as a metaphorical and physical beacon of hope for everyone coming to the new world. Send these people to me. I'll provide light, hope for them. I'll show them the way to enter America, the golden door. The poem portrays America as a refuge for those seeking a better life, offering a beacon of hope and opportunity to people facing hardship in their home countries. It represents the ideal of the United States as a welcoming nation, open to those in need of a fresh start. The statue itself holds a tablet inscribed with July 4 MDCCLX, the date of the U.S. Declaration of Independence in Roman numerals, symbolizing freedom and democracy. The statue represents freedom, hope, and opportunity, welcoming immigrants and embodying American ideals. President Donald Trump has openly opposed efforts to examine America's past, especially its ties to slavery and racism, dismissing such discussions as toxic propaganda and ideological poison. He has repeatedly pushed for a sanitized version of history, calling for patriotic education that presents a glorified, guilt-free America while conveniently downplaying historical injustices. But let's be honest, erasing history doesn't change what happened. It only ensures we have a better chance of repeating it. During a speech, Trump stated, "Critical race theory, the 1619 Project, and the crusade against American history is toxic propaganda, the ideological poison that, if not removed, will dissolve the civic bonds that tie us together." Translation: acknowledging America's past is dangerous because it forces accountability, and accountability is the last thing he wants. To drive this point home, Trump threatened to cut federal funding for schools teaching the 1619 Project, a historical initiative that documents the enduring legacy of slavery. Why? Because it dares to tell the uncomfortable truth. America's foundations were built on oppression, and that history still affects us today. But Trump's deleting of history doesn't stop there. Now it is 2025. President Trump has been elected again to his second term, and he's not just rewriting history, he's deleting it in real time. Let's talk about January 6, 2021, a day of violent insurrection when Trump's supporters stormed the Capitol, injured officers threatened politicians, and left a woman dead. Because they felt Trump told them he lost to the elected President Biden unfairly, and the votes were rigged, and they needed to fight. Many rioters were identified and convicted because of video evidence from that day. Yet, 4 years later, President Trump ordered mass pardons for these same individuals, letting them out of prison as soon as he was elected president again in 2025, effectively absolving them of their crimes. And if that wasn't enough, he then gave a discreet order to delete the January 6, 2021 insurrection footage from government archives and federal websites. The deletion happened so aggressively and so quickly that a coalition of media organizations sued his administration, forcing a federal judge to intervene. On February 12, 2025, Judge James Boasberg issued an order demanding Trump's administration stop erasing January 6, 2021 insurrection videos. And in yet another highly suspicious move, the Secret Service was instructed to permanently erase all text messages from January 5th and 6, 2021 under the guise of a device replacement program. I want to reiterate, he ordered them to only delete all their text messages for only those 2 days, January 5th, 2021 and January 6th, 202, in February 2025. No coincidence there. What Trump is doing, erasing history, suppressing truth, and rewriting narratives, goes against the very ideals America was founded on. Further proof of this is at the base of the Statue of Liberty. There is a detail that speaks volumes: the broken shackles and chains at her feet. These chains were placed there deliberately by the French abolitionist Édouard de la Boulaye and sculptor Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi to commemorate the end of slavery in the U.S. following the Civil War. It was a strong statement, a constant reminder that, at its finest, America is ready to face its past, own its mistakes, and advance. And yet here we are in 2025, observing a sitting U.S. president hide the truth, wipe out and rewrite American history, and make sure that next generations remain blind to the past. So as I wrote this, I found myself in my research and fact-checking, coming up with more questions than answers. Now that we have a clearer idea of what America was and is supposed to stand for, but clearly it doesn't anymore. My question is, what does America stand for now? And why weren't we the people told and given the opportunity to agree by voting on the changes? Since America still has all of the same ideology up all over the country, like the Statue of Liberty, the Star-Spangled Banner, the Philadelphia Liberty Bell, our paper money, when we recite the Pledge of Allegiance, when we visit the Smithsonian, federal websites, state and county websites, I could go on, but basically America is saying we stand for equality, freedom, the blindfolded Lady Justice, government transparency, that they work for us, we the people. The whole bring us you're tired, you're poor, you're marginalized, etc. But our U.S. government actions are directly the opposite of what it says it stands for. That being said, my next question is, are they trying to convince us that it is true by keeping all the relics telling us we the people things are what they aren't, or are they trying to convince the world? My last question is to you. As of today, in 2025, do you believe the U.S. government has maintained the same values that this country promised our ancestors when they immigrated here to the New World?